In this section, we are going to see how to find logarithm of a number using logarithm table. Okay, let us consider log 4594. Here, I want to find logarithm of the number 4594 using logarithm table. Whenever I want to use logarithm table to find logarithm of a number, the first thing I have to make sure the given logarithm as base 10. Here, this logarithm does not have base, so I have to understand there is base 10. For any logarithm, if there is no base, what we need to understand is there is common logarithmic base 10. Only if the logarithm as base 10 will be able to use logarithm table, because all the values given in the logarithm table are applicable only for the logarithms with base 10, not for any other base. In case I have some other base like log 4594 to the base 6, what I should do? What I have to do is I have to change this base 6 to base 10 using the concept change of base in one of the lessons in this course, and then we have to use a logarithm table. Because this we cannot find the logarithm of 4594 to the base 6 using logarithm table, because the logarithm table can be used only for the logarithms with base 10, not for any other base. Okay, so if the base is not given, we have to understand there is base 10. So in this logarithm log 4594, the base is not given, so what we need to understand is there is a common logarithmic base 10. So because this logarithm as base 10, we can use logarithm table to get value for log 4594. Okay, before we go to the logarithm table, what we need to do is we have to see where the decimal point is in the given number 4594. Okay, in this number 4594, we don't find the decimal point. In the given number, if you don't find the decimal point, we have to assume there is a decimal point at the end of the number. So here, I have to assume there is a 4594 point. Now, we have to count the number of digits before the decimal point. There are 4 digits here, 4594. So now what we have to do is we have to subtract 1 from it. So there are 4 digits before the decimal point. We have to subtract 1 from 4, then we will be getting 3. So I have to take 3 and then decimal point. In case there are 3 digits before the decimal point, what we have to do? The same thing, we have to subtract 1 from 3 and we will be taking 2 point. If there are 2 digits, we will be taking 1 point. So this is a work we have to complete before we go to the logarithm table. Okay, now we can move to logarithm table. Let us see how to find the value of log 4594. Okay, to get the value of log 4594, what we need to do is we have to go to 45th row and 9th column, mean difference 4th column. Okay, first let's go to 45th row and 9th column. So 45th row is your 9th column will be 6618. Okay, now I got value 6618 in the 45th row and 9th column. Now I have to go to 4th column of mean difference. So I get number 4 in the 4th column of mean difference, the same 45th row. So I get in the 45th row 9th column I get the value 6618, and I get 4 in the 4th column of mean difference. So now we have to add these two, so we get 6622. So this is the value 6622. This is the value we get for 4594 in logarithm table. Okay, let's go back to our previous page. From logarithm table we got 6622 for log 4594. So that should be taken here. So logarithm of 4594 to the base 10 is equal to 3.6622. So this is how we have to find a logarithm of a number in logarithm table. Okay, let's look at some more examples. If I have a log 459.4 to the base 10, here the given logarithm, I mean this logarithm as base 10. Okay, to find logarithm of 459.4, first we have to see where the decimal point is in the number 459.4. Here it is. So now we have to count the number of digits before the decimal point. There are 3 digits, 4, 5 and 9. So we have to subtract 1 from 3, then we'll be getting 2 point. So that's all the work done by this decimal point, and this decimal point will not play any role in the logarithm table. So now what we need to do is we have to go to the logarithm table, and in logarithm table we have to go to 45th row, 9th column, mean difference, 4th column. Again we'll be getting the same value 6622. So we get 66.22. So the logarithm of 459.4 to the base 10 is equal to 2.6622. So the decimal point we have here will not play any role in the logarithm table. The only thing what we do is we count the number of digits before the decimal point and we subtract 1 from it. That's it. Okay, let's look at the next example. Log 45.94 to the base 10. Here the decimal point we have number of digits before the decimal point is 2, 4 and 5. So we have to subtract 1 from it, then we'll be getting 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And that's all the work done by the decimal point. Now in the logarithm table, 45th row, 9th column, mean difference, 4th column. Again we'll be getting the same value 6622. Okay, now let's look at the next example. Log 4.594 to the base 10. Okay, here the decimal point we have. So before the decimal point there is only one digit 4. So there is only one digit. If I subtract 1 from it, it will become 0 point. Now 45th row, mean difference, 45th row, 9th column, mean difference, 4th column. So we'll be getting 6622. Let's look at the next example, that is log 0.4594. Okay, so here we have the decimal point. Before the decimal point we have 0, that is we don't find any digit before the decimal point. Okay, in this number if we don't find any digits before the decimal point, we have to look at the first digit after the decimal point, that is 4. When I don't have digits before the decimal point and the first digit after the decimal point is a non-zero number, a number other than 0, what I need to do is I have to take bar 1 point. What is meant by this bar? So this bar is nothing but negative sign or minus. That is why don't I take it as a negative 1? There is a difference between taking bar 1 point and minus 1 point. We will discuss this one in detail a bit later. So right now we don't have to worry about that. So we don't have any digits before the decimal and the first digit after the decimal point is a non-zero number. So now what we need to do is we have to take bar 1 point. Now in logarithm table, 45th row, 9th column, mean difference, 4th column. Then we'll be getting 6622. Okay, let's look at the next example. There is log 0.04594. Here also we don't have any digits before the decimal point. So and also the first digit after the decimal point is 0. If you don't have any digits before the decimal point and the first digit after the decimal point is 0, what we need to do is we have to count the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero digit. Here decimal point we have and the first non-zero digit is 4. So between the decimal point and first non-zero digit we have only 1 0. So if there is only 1 0 between the decimal point and first non-zero digit, what we need to do is we have to take bar 2 point here. Okay, now we have to go to logarithm table and find the value of 45th row, 9th column, mean difference, 4th column. Will be getting 6622. And here some students may have question, why don't I get value in the logarithm table for 04th row? Actually there is no row for 04. Logarithm table starts giving value from the row 10, and then we'll have 11, we have 12, we have 13. So we don't have row for 04 or 03 or for any number where the first digit is 0. So when I want to get a value in logarithm table, I have to consider the non-zero digit and the digits after that in the given number. I am not supposed to consider the 0 that we have before the non-zero digit. So always we have to consider the non-zero digit and the digits after that to get a value in logarithm table. Okay, now let's look at next example. Log 0.004594. Here also we don't have any digits before the decimal, and also the first digit after the decimal point is 0. Okay, between the decimal point and the non-zero digit we have two zeros. In the previous case we got 1 0 and we took bar 2 point, but in this one we got two zeros between the decimal point and the non-zero number 4. So here what we need to is we have to take bar 3 point. In logarithm table, 45th row, 9th column, mean difference 4th column, will be getting 6622. Okay, let's look at the next example. Log 0.004594. Here also we don't have any digits before the decimal point, and between the decimal point and first non-zero digit is the number of zeros between the decimal point and first non-zero digit is 3. So then we have to take bar 4 point, 45th row, 9th column, mean difference 4th column, so we will get bar 4.6622. How do we have to get logarithm of single digit numbers? Let's consider log 2. Okay, here in this log 2 we don't have decimal point, so I have to assume there is a decimal point after this 2. Okay, now before the decimal point we have only one digit 2. So if I subtract 1 from 1, I'll be getting 0, then I have to take decimal point. So there is only one digit before the decimal point. So if I subtract 1 from 1, I get 0. Okay, now when we look at the logarithm table, the first row is 10, then 11, 12. So the logarithm table starts giving the rows only for two digit numbers, not for single digit number. But here we have single digit number 2. So how do I have to get value for this one? Okay, let's take this 2 and then decimal point. After this decimal point, I take some zeros. In any number, zeros we have after the decimal point are not valid digits, so we can take any number of zeros after the decimal point. Okay, now in the logarithm table we have to go to 20th row and 0th column. So in 20th row, 0th column we have the value 3010, and in mean difference we have to go to 0th column, but there is no 0th column in mean difference, because the mean difference starts giving columns from the value 1. Because there is no 0th column in the mean difference, you will not be getting any value from mean difference, so you will be getting only 3010. So log 2 is equal to 0.3010. So this is how we have to get value of log single digit number. Okay, let's consider another example. What is the value of log 0.2? Okay, here before the decimal point we have 0, that is we don't have any digits before the decimal point, and after the decimal point there is number 2. So the first digit after the decimal point is a non-zero number, so I have to take bar 1 point. Okay, now how do you have to find value for 0.2 in logarithm table? Just consider only the non-zero digit in the given number, that is 2. And after 2, assume there is a decimal point, and assume there are some zeros after the decimal point. Now we have to go to 20th row, 0th column, mean difference 0th column. Usually you will not be getting value for a 0th column in mean difference, because there is no 0th column. Again you will be getting the same value 3010. So log 0.2 is equal to bar 1.3010. So let's look at the next example. Log 0.02. Here also we don't find any digits before the decimal point, and between the decimal point and first non-zero digit 2, we find 1 0. So what we have to do is we have to take bar 2 point. Okay, now to get value in logarithm table, we consider only the non-zero digit 2, and then we take decimal point, and also we take some zeros after the decimal point. Now in the logarithm table, 20th row, 0th column, we will be getting 3010. So the value of log 0.02 is equal to bar 2.3010. Let's look at the next example. Log 0.002. Here we don't find any digits before the decimal point, and there are two zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero digit 2. So we have to take bar 3 point. So now to get value in logarithm table, what we need to do is we have to consider only the non-zero digit. There is only one non-zero digit 2. So we have to take 2, then decimal point, some zeros. So 20th row, 0th column, again we'll be getting 3010. Let's look at the next example. It is log 0.0002. Here we don't find any digit before the decimal point, and there are three zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero digit 2. So what we need to do is we have to take bar 4 point. Okay, now we have to consider only the non-zero digit in the given number, that is 2, and after this 2 we have to take decimal point and some zeros after the decimal point. Okay, now in the logarithm table, 20th row, 0th column, I will be getting 3010. So the value of log 0.0002 is equal to bar 4.3010. This is how we have to get logarithm of single digit number in logarithm table.